Hello guys, and welcome to this special video looking at the weather forecast conditions for wind speeds for the Ireland's biggest windsurfing events. And given all goes well and that the winds is favourable, it should be held this weekend. Now, last weekend it was postponed due to Saturday's easterly winds with the low centres to the west of Ireland, bringing in the southeasterlies. So that was really not ideal for areas like Achill and Belmullet, where this event will take place. So, as you're seeing it, Achill is here, Belmullet is here. They're both in County Mayo on the west coast. And today we're going through the models that reach Friday to Sunday. I will just go through the pressure and the likely conditions, focusing on the winds. So we're starting off with the GFS. Also a shout out to everyone who is participating in this event, and the very best of luck to you all. Anyway, so the GFS starts on Friday with a high, with the high to the south over Europe, and the low towards the northwest, well offshore, and in between the two, winds in from the southwest. This will be quite cloudy and quite damp and drizzly, with possible heavy rain at times. Quite strong winds with that as well, and that is favourable, I think, as is coming onshore. And going into the weekends, winds do lighten slightly. They become more slack there, especially into Sunday at midnight. Saturday sees winds slackening and veering more westerly in direction, I think. And on Sunday, light to moderate winds from the southwest. So I think that looks fairly ideal for the most part, with onshore winds. A bit strong on Friday, but Saturday and Sunday should just be breezy. Not that we want the wind speeds. So this is in knots per hour. The key is on the bottom. It's quite hard to make out, but I'll try my best. So on Friday, we're seeing wind speeds up near Achill and Belmullet between around 20 and 25 knots per hour. And going off into Friday night, the winds ease off, or they try to anyway. Anyway, in Saturday, the winds are lighter. So Saturday at midday, we're looking at wind speeds of around 14 to 18 knots per hour, I think. And then we go off into Sunday, and winds again are lighter. If I zoom in, you can see that the arrows show where the wind's coming from. So it's all southwesterly. I should go back and show you this actually. So Friday, we can see, or Saturday anyway, southwesterly winds is onshore, thankfully. Again, Friday is onshore, Sunday is onshore, but they gradually slacken all along. So by Sunday, if you can get this right, it's really hard to do this with the hover on. If you accidentally hover over a number at the top, it will go to that chart. So I'm trying to avoid the buttons. Anyway, Sunday sees wind speeds again, same as Saturday, about 14 to 18 knots per hour. So that seems good. The ECM, if you go to the UK view and go to Friday morning, where are you? Friday, okay. And we get rid of this, put the hover on. Hover is quite hard to manage sometimes. Friday sees quite strong winds from southwest, also quite murky. Into Saturday and Sunday, it could be bright on Saturday, but the ECM has it gusty. Into Sunday, it will rain in the morning, especially, while winds go northwesterly into the afternoon. I don't know where on the islands you're holding the events, But if you're on the southeastern part of the islands, then that may be bad, because technically that means the wind is coming off the lands. If I think. Anyway, so but if you're on the western side of the islands, then you're golden. Anyway, wind speeds with the ECM. 10 meter winds. Okay. So this is again in knots per hour, and on Friday we're seeing quite strong winds around here. So I'd say in the orange colours, about 26 to 30 an hour. So that is stronger than the GFS. Will the winds lighten into Saturday? They don't. And actually on Saturday, they're coming more from the south, so less onshore, depending on where you are on the islands. But I doubt you're in the southeast, considering that you postponed the events because of the southeasters on Saturday. Anyway, Saturday is a southerly wind day, slightly lighter with the winds, between green and yellow, but 20 to 26 an hour. And it's Sunday, again southerly winds on Sunday. Let me see, southerly winds, same speed as Saturday really, I'd say. Anyway, the UK Met run is like this. Hovers, I'm pretty sure it's really on hover. It's strange. Goes to the UK view. Put the winds on, and here we go. It's on hover. So we put the height on actually first. That's okay. So Friday we see that low come in, and we drag in this quite a strong and wet southwesterly flow, and then on Saturday the wind is slackened a bit there as a high forms right over us, a ridge anyway. So it is calmer. Now this could be bad for Sunday. A little ridge forming here, and around this the wind comes in from the southeast. That could be bad for Sunday. So if you go to the wind forecast, and okay, it's good. Okay, so again it's in knots per hour, and into Friday, some quite strong winds on Friday. Southwesterly winds, those are good. And getting into the orange colours there on the islands, getting to about 30 an hour. That's pretty quite strong. Into Saturday, and Friday's winds, Saturday's winds, they do slacken off somewhat. And it's still southwesterly. There's probably some sort of system here. Some very light winds just moving into Belmullet on Saturday afternoon. But other than that, I think wind speeds on Saturday between about, let's say just around 20 an hour in knots. And Sunday, let's see, the wind arrows on Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so lighter winds. Get rid of this advert. Just let me get rid of this advert, please. There we go, thank you. Sunday. Okay, the wind is southerly to southeasterly on Sunday, so that could be an issue, and there are also light winds as well. Sunday's winds southeasterly to southerly around 8 an hour in knots. So this one isn't that great. This is the GM. This is the GM. So apart from the UK Met run, I think the GFS and the ECM are looking quite good in terms of wind speeds. Sorry, not speeds, direction. I'm not sure that we want horrendously strong winds for this. Just medium winds, enough winds to create waves, but not so much so that they're massive and that it's just completely stormy. Anyway, the pressure forecast from the GEM for Friday to Sunday is like this. Okay, so again, we got these westerly winds, or southwesterlies. Oh yeah, one thing I should say is that it'll be very warm and humid. I completely forgot to say that this will be during an exceptionally warm spell for October, but of course, we're mainly focused on the winds here. Into Saturday, winds slacken off, and into Sunday, we sort of see a very messy situation, but I think still on shore, but lighter winds on Sunday. So if you look at the actual wind speeds for this, Friday's got strong winds there, as we know. Saturday, we see winds slackening off somewhat, about 18 an hour in knots. And then into Sunday, still on shore, trying to be on shore, but more southerly. That's in the light greens, around 14 kts. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I just tried to do a little forecast here as to the wind direction and the speed for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Achill and Belmullet for Ireland's biggest windsurfing competition. So, if you have any way in which you think that I could improve this, please let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.